That's it. I'm doing it. I'm breaking the first rule. We're talking about Fight Club. I know. I'm sorry. I made a pact back when I was 14 when I watched this film, and I'm breaking the rule. I'm too old now. I can't deal with this anymore. I want more people to know about this film. I don't know if you heard of Fight Club. Oh god, I broke the second rule as well. It's like this indie film which was really famous among us men, it released in 1999. I was not born back then, but I did watch it when I was relatively young, and I thought it was the greatest movie ever made. I was like, holy shit. And Fight Club was basically like my re-entry into movies because I used to watch a lot of movies as a kid, but then I stopped watching after a while because I entered a weird teenage phase, and then I got back into movies in the same teenage phase because 14 I was very much a teen. Um, or was I 15? I think I was 15 when I watched this film, along the lines, along those times. And I watched Fight Club and I was like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched. It did not affect me the way how people treat Fight Club now. I didn't watch Fight Club and I was like, yo, I need to be more of a man. I just watched Fight Club and I was like, Brad Pitt is cool as fuck. Um, but apparently, people took a lot of macho-ness from it, which I didn't really get even as a kid. I have rewatched Fight Club at least twice now. Of course, when I rewatched it a couple of years later, I didn't like it as much. It was a bit more stale for me. I was like, okay, you know. But, and also, I did not know Jared Leto was in this film at all. Honestly, still can't believe he is. But I think Fight Club is genuinely a great film, regardless. A fun story of when I watched Fight Club for the very first time. It was on my sister's old phone, which had buttons. Did it have buttons? Yeah, it was not a smartphone. I can't remember the phone, but it had buttons, and the screen was this big, and someone had put it up on YouTube. And because it's on YouTube, it's not big necessarily. So it was in like three-fourth of the screen. And that phone didn't have the full screen option, or rather, I didn't know how to activate it. So I was just watching on regular phone YouTube. But you have to understand, it was not a smartphone. It wasn't full. It was literally up there, and it was three-fourth of the screen. And I watched Fight Club and Top Gun back-to-back days on that little screen. Yeah, that was the coolest thing ever. Of course, I rewatched the movie much later. I think let me pronounce that right. Helena Bonham Carter, right? She plays Marla. Fantastic. She's doing such an incredible job. Brad Pitt is also, of course, he's absolutely killing it. The face of Fight Club. Ed Norton is also absolutely killing it. What a performance from Edward Norton, incredible. It's such an iconic film for me personally, but also for movies in general. I mean, just there's so much of Fight Club. Again, there's not like a deep analysis. This is just me talking about whether I like the film or not. And I think from the first few minutes, you know if I like it or not. Of course, it has dwelled into it has dwelled into a lot of people not understanding Fight Club, I feel, because when I first watched it, honest to God, I was like, yeah, Brad Pitt's cool. He has a great body. I need a body like him. Clearly didn't achieve that. And then when I watched it again, it felt very clear. It was like more what's the term? Consumerism. It was like a critique of things, and now people say it's like a critique on toxic masculinity as well. I think I need to rewatch Fight Club again to really pick up on those now that I've watched so many more movies. But yeah, I never thought of Fight Club as promoting of it being more of a man. I thought it, of course, it had masculinity undertones in it, but it seems like it's been misinterpreted very poorly by a lot of people to the point where it almost makes me want to rewatch to see if I can see the signs, right? I don't like what Fight Club has become to represent. It used to be cool when I thought no one else had watched it. I thought I was one of the few people. And to be fair, at my age, in India at least, I was one of the few people who watched Fight Club at that time, and I felt like I was better than most people who didn't watch it because I was. I wasn't. I was a loser. But yeah, it just felt, or it feels weird now that this movie has such a terrible reputation for spawning some of the most incel cesspool set of people. There's a whole dude on Instagram who literally acts like Tyler Durden. How gay do you have to be pretend? How gay do you have to be to have your whole account based on pretending to be another dude? And you're not even pretending to be Brad Pitt. You're pretending to be a character who is played by Brad Pitt, who, spoilers, is not even real. It's just weird. It's just very weird to me how Fight Club dwelled from this cool movie for boys to like this thing which full grown ass men idolize. It's just weird to me. And the older I grow, the weirder it gets that there's people way older than me who exist like this. But regardless of all that recent stuff aside, the movie's still great. You can go ahead and watch it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if you are a dude and you haven't watched Fight Club, I will always judge you a little. Like, forget about watching it when you were a kid. If you haven't watched it ever, like, I will always be like, you haven't watched Fight Club, like, you're a dude. I feel like you should have even heard of it. But, I mean, one of my closest friends has not watched it yet, and I still don't get it. But, hey, that's just me being toxic masculine. That's just me being a toxic man, I think. But anyway, that's all I have to say about this film. I do think you should watch it. It's genuinely a fantastic film. Don't base your whole personality on the characters. Don't get influenced by fiction. And if you want to get influenced by fiction, choose the good part of Fight Club to be influenced by, not the toxic be a man bullshit. But anyway, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.